Hey everybody, it's Niall Doherty here again from $50blogs.net. I am going to show you today a few things about plugins, WordPress plugins. And once again, we will be working on demo.50blogs.net, this little site I set up that we can play around with, and I can show you a few cool things. So this screencast very much carries on from the last one on widgets, because a lot of plugins, they tie in with widgets, and that's how you would add them to your site. Not all plugins, but a lot of them. So we're going to use one such plugin today. Okay, so where do you actually, let me explain first what plugins are. Basically, they just add to the WordPress core functionality. So let me show you a few examples. Here is the WordPress plugin directory. So anybody can create a plugin. Anybody with the know-how can create a plugin and submit it to WordPress, the WordPress.org plugin directory, and then other people can download them and add them to their site. So all sorts of plugins. There's plugins to help you do crazy things, to help your blog be friendlier to search engines, to help your blog add a gallery, for example. All sorts of things. There's really too many examples to list. But WordPress.org here, this plugin directory, keep an eye on, make note rather of this address up here. This is a really good place to browse the plugins. So you can type something in there. Say, for example, if we wanted to add a calendar plugin, if we wanted some advanced calendar functionality, here you can see it'll give us all sorts of plugins there. Keep an eye on the ratings, the date that the plugin was updated, and the version of WordPress that it's compatible with. Now, you can't actually see that here. You would have to click into the plugin, and then you will see requires WordPress version 2.0 or higher. The version you will have will be 3.0 or higher at this stage. 3.2.1 is the latest version. You can check the latest version on WordPress.org's homepage. So just basically keep an eye here, because you want to make sure that the plugin is good, first of all, so it's a good rating, and that it's been updated recently within the last few months, and that it is compatible with your version of WordPress. Okay, so we are going to install a plugin on that demo site. The plugin I'm going to install is called Display Widgets, which is a plugin I use regularly, and I'll show you exactly what it does in a few minutes. Now, while we could click in here and click download, there is an easier way to do it, because this would require all sorts of FTPing, which I won't even get into because it can just be a headache. So to get Display Widgets, the plugin installed on your blog, all you gotta do is remember the name of it. We go away from the plugin directory. As I said, it's a good place to search for widgets, but we don't want to download it from there. Okay, so let's go back to our demo blog. And I'm signed in, so I can just click directly through to my dashboard. And we will go to plugins over here on the left menu. Now up here, well, first of all, it shows a list of our installed plugins. Some of them are active, some of them are not. Okay, and I'm going to click on this Add New button up here, so we can type in the plugin that we're looking for from the WordPress directory, and it's going to find that for us. So here it is, Display Widgets. I'm going to click on Install Now. It'll ask, are you sure? We'll click OK. Okay, it has unpacked the package, installed the plugin, successfully installed. Great. We're just going to click Activate Plugin right here, so I know that I want that plugin. And now it brings us back to the list of all our plugins, and Display Widgets is active. We can deactivate it if we'd like. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what this plugin does. Basically, if we go back to our blog homepage, say for example, if you wanted the calendar only to show on the homepage, but you didn't want it to show for every individual post as well, because you want within the post page for the focus to very much be on your the content, and you don't want to have so many things in the sidebar. Okay, so this Display Widgets plugin that we just installed is going to allow us to specify what should appear where in terms of widgets. So we'll jump straight to widgets here from this admin bar. Now we will see when we pull this down, the Display Widgets plugin has added a whole bunch of stuff in here. Usually all we get in the options here is title and this save button, but our Display Widgets plugin gives us all this extra functionality. Okay, so for show hide widget, we're going to leave it on hide unchecked. You can see you also can opt for show unchecked, but hide unchecked will work for us. We want it to not display on single post pages. So let's scroll down, we find single post page, we click save. Now if we go back to our home page, we should still see the calendar on the home page, and there it is. But let's click into an individual post, and now our calendar has disappeared. So that's just one example of a plugin that can be very handy for us. It can help us get our blog exactly the way we want it. And as I said, there are so many plugins out there that you can pretty much do anything you want with WordPress. It's very, very flexible. I should warn you though not to go plugin crazy and have like 70 active plugins rather on your blog, because that will slow everything down if they're all activated. Alright, so the next screencast that I'm going to do will show you how to install another plugin, but I wanted to devote an entire screencast to that one. The plugin is going to show you how to, the plugin rather will add share buttons to your blog. So when people read a post, they'll be able to click on a button and share it on Facebook or Twitter or Google+, whatever. I will show you how to install a plugin that does that. And I also want to note that if you may sometimes be asked to update your plugins, WordPress will give you a little warning when a plugin is out of date, if there's a new version available. I will cover that in another screencast because it can be a whole thing in itself, and I want to make sure I get right in depth and give you all the information you need. So that's it for this one. Let me know if you have any comments on what we covered on plugins, and you can leave a comment on the YouTube video or over at $50blogs.net. Once again, my name is Niall Doherty. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.